Okay, so I got that. I'm waiting for the results of the trip. So I'm gonna have to call him and make sure he's still um so so they coming at 10:07. They picking me up at 12:51. That's something to 1. His appointment is 11. Okay, so his trip is scheduled for Friday, the 14th. That's it. So that's good. It's early. Because that give me enough time when I get back. We should be back by, if they actually from, pick us up from there, then we should get back at a good, reasonable time. So now with that being said, let me find my mail. I gotta send some mail. Let me see something. Okay, so I'm gonna do YQ9, yeah. I should have asked him what was the application number, because there was 2. They say you're out of storage space and will soon be unable to send or receive emails. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna go in another one. Oh, I got another email. Let me see. Yeah, I got evangelizing for the Lord. We have to go there. Oh, excuse me. Tired. I'm back. Time to go to bed. Time to. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Do excuse me. Do excuse me. All right. Excuse me. Don't pay me no mind. I was looking at something. All right. So we need to probably all this. Go ahead. Another email open. I was taping myself. It didn't tape. I don't know what that was about. I don't know why it didn't tape. It didn't tape a thing. I don't know what that was about. me see something. I just want to see if it works. All that taping I did for my Bible study didn't catch a thing. Maybe it was for the best. I ain't worried about it. Let me see. That tape, that 12 minutes tape. All that taping I did for my Bible study didn't catch a thing. Maybe it was for the best. I ain't worried about it. All right, so let's. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. Open web. I don't have Word. Let me see if they got Word. Connect. It's available for a. Oh, it's like connected. It say it's connected. Let me see if I got Word on my computer. Yes, I do. I'm gonna have to go in my email. Inside my what's the name? And alright. So this looks like this is going to be okay. Ooh, I'm burning up. Okay, got this sweater. I'm burning. I was cold earlier, if y'all remember. So let me take off. Now y'all see this? This is sweat. So this is a clean shirt, but got sweat. You don't like my shirt? Then you can just move to the next video. You thought I was going to say, leave my channel. No, I wasn't. Because I got other videos where I got something else on that you may like. Whew. I'm hungry. Let me go wake up my baby. Because he came home, went straight to sleep. He wanted some... It was just cold. I should have went. He wanted to go to White Castles, but it was another way. Well, and I guess I would have did better to go and spend that money on White Castles, but maybe I wasn't supposed to, because Tracy wasn't going to get no food. And then he would have been sitting up here talking about, you don't care nothing about me. Whatever. I told him, stop telling me that you care about me. He gonna tell me on his, just gonna throw this name, on his phone, I put a picture of myself there. So that way, God forbid he gets out there, he just happens to take his phone and drop it in the neighborhood. When they pick it up, they'll see my face. Because then they'll know me. They know me. If it's somebody within this area, both of these buildings or something like that, he gonna tell me, you know what? I open up my phone. I say yes. And I was looking at your picture. I like that picture. I said, so you don't like the real person? Now y'all tell me if I was wrong. I'm open for criticism. I said, so you don't like the real person? Yes, I like the real person. This is what I said to him. I said, no, you don't. No, you don't. He said, so I didn't like you. I loved you in Utah. I said, no. No. That's the story time that I would tell how I met my husband in Utah. What was it? Ogden? No. wasn't even Ogden. It was some, because we was at a campus, so it was someplace in Utah. And so I told him, I said no. He said no. I said, you know why and how I know you don't love me? He said, why? How? I said, because, how did I explain it? I said, because you don't do what I asked you. I said, look, I gave him examples. I said, look at this. I said, look at that. I said, I specifically asked you this particular thing. And I showed him what it was I was talking about. I said, and look, you still did it. I said, so how you love me when you want to keep doing things, not to only aggravate me, but to hurt me? And you don't know it's hurting me because I ain't telling you, because it ain't going to make no difference whether you know or not. Because there was some things he did where I specifically said to him, I said, wow, really, Tracy? That's what you think? Wow. I mean, it really hurt it. I said, really? That's what you think? And he just looked at me and went on. Now, I really believe, I'm going to say, I really believe that he do care about me. I believe that. I believe he do care about me. I do. No lie. But I don't think he loves me, because there is a specific kind of way. Because, see, I've been in love. I've been hurt. And I am the type of person that when I love somebody, when I meet somebody, one guy, my daughter Danielle's father used to say that, Sharon, you be testing people. You need to stop testing people. That's what I would do. No lie. And being young then, I'll be like, what you talking about? No, I don't. But he knew me. And I test him. And when I would sit down and think about it, I say, he right. Because I do. I would test guys. And when I say test, I don't mean that I will go, I'm with them and I go deal with another man just to see if they jealous. No. Because for some crazy reason, now you'll see me, I ain't all that beautiful. I ain't got the best looks. You see, I'm skinny. I got on a shirt that y'all probably would say is dirty, nasty, whatever. You see what I'm saying? I'm not like the average YouTuber coming on, making sure my face is done, making sure I'm looking nice. I ain't coming here unboxing no Burtons and all this other stuff. But I have to say that when I will fall in love with a guy, loose head devil, no girls, I'm not a lesbian. When I will fall in love with guys knew I loved them. But what they would do is that they would do all types of stuff to make me jealous, make me feel less wanted. And these are all the men I will meet, all the men, except for one, right? Make me feel real vulnerable. I grew up under molestation, so I was very inverted. So I didn't allow nobody to be touching up on me. And then being raised up in a spiritual home, I had much fear for God to do certain things, so I wouldn't do them. So I wasn't so much as a one to go be with Tom, Dick, and Harry, and then Sue, and then John and Joe and all that. No, that wasn't me. So, and I don't want to really get into that because that's a story time all by itself. So I don't want to go there. But back to my husband, saying all that to say this. That's why he here. Because he knows that I love him. I don't care how much. Now, there was times he would run off his mouth to me. He would say something about, you don't love me. He used to say all that stuff to me. But see, he stopped saying it. Certain things used to bother me that he would say. And one of them that used to bother me, he used to say, I'm going home. I'm leaving here. I'm taking my money. Give me my card. Give me my card. And I would give him the card. And then 5 or 10 minutes later, he'd come back and give me the card. He'd say, here, you can take the card back. And I'll be like, come on, Tracy, no, you can. No, I want you to have the card. I was wrong. Well, he said he was wrong. I'm trying to think. This is when he first came. And he first came to New York City in 2012. I mean, since he had a stroke. So then it got to the point where I would go and give him the card. When he would get mad with me and start acting crazy, I would walk over to him. Here's your card. So I don't want to too much get into. I want to stay focused because that's a story by itself. So I was like, no, you don't love me. I said, so you know what? I said, things will be better. And we will have a better understanding, and you will have a better understanding if you would just stop fooling yourself from saying that. Because you ain't impressing me. You ain't making me feel no better because you saying that but doing something else. So you telling me that you love me. You telling me that I look at your picture on my phone because I like that picture. That's a nice picture of you because you acknowledging the picture to be your wife. But no, you just saying I like the picture. What is it? First of all, it is a Snapchat picture with filters. So it's not me. So now when you look at me, you think about that picture because that's how you would like for me to look. Because I even like the picture. And I would like to look like that. Unfortunately, my skin ain't all that smooth. I'm not all that light-skinned. I don't have no nice looking lipstick on my lips. You know, I guess the only good thing about it is that I do have the teeth and the gold in my mouth. So every time you see me, you think of that picture. But I want you to see me for me. I want you to love me for me. Yes, the picture's nice. So therefore, if you liked the picture because of me, who it is, because you like or you love me, then your words would be, I open up my phone. What? You open up my phone? You open up your phone and what, Tracy? Open up the phone and I saw your picture. And I like that picture about you. I like that picture of you. When I see that picture, I think about you, this and that and that. You know, good positive stuff. But he say all this negative stuff. And I just told him, I said, listen. I said, it'd be better for you if you stop saying that. You'll feel a little better towards me. Because you ain't got to try to impress me. You ain't got to say, go get your hair done. So 2 or 3 months later, I ain't going to say 2 or 3 months later. I'm going to say 2 or 3 weeks later, you could throw it up in my face about every five days you asking me for cigarettes. And if I happen to tell you, no, I ain't got no money. Oh, you ain't got no money? But I bought your hair. Oh, you ain't got no money? But I got your nails done. You ain't got no money? And I bought you some pizza. You ain't got no money? And I bought you a cup of tea. Oh, all right, that's all right. That's all right. I know next time. He be forget. I have to keep reminding. Tracy, did you forget how I get money? It may be not as much as you get, but I get money too. And I was getting money before you came along. We was well taken care of before you came along. So you feel because you come with this big amount of money, because y'all, For those who know, you get SSI, you get a check. It ain't that much because, it's much to him. But he spent it drop of a hat. So I got to budget his money. And I give him money. It may not be a lot, but I give him some money. Right? And I ain't talking about no $20, $30, nothing like that. I give him some nice money. And by the time the week is done, if I give him the money on Monday, by Friday, it's gone. His money that I put in his hand. All that stuff that he wanted before he got his money, that he wanted to spend up my money on, which now, mind you, let me get up close so I can let y'all. Mind you, I don't mind spending my money on him. I give him my card and let him go to the store and let him get what he wants. I got no problem with that. But when you want to spend up, when you want to hold on to your money and do what you want with your money, which is nothing, because what should he be doing with his money? If he could get $100 or $200 or $300, why should he not have no more money? You ain't doing nothing but sitting in that room, smoking cigarettes in my house when you know I don't want it done, and you're sitting up there smoking it. But I just left it to the Lord. I said, Lord, this is 2022, and I did a prayer for all them smokers that smoke in my house, because I don't smoke. And we got kids in here ain't got no business inhaling no smoke. You know what I'm saying? So, what you go on? When your lung kick out, yo, let me tell you something. Let me just throw this in and I'm going to end my video about my husband. I just got to throw this little piece in. I was just talking to him about, was it Sunday? Either Sunday or Monday. I was talking to him. Yesterday I was talking to him about don't say that you love me, all this stuff. But I think Sunday, because I was in here for church. And we have church on our line, and he'll never be interested in coming. So, he know that's what I like. You love me, though. But you know I would love for you to come to church, to come and hear me preach. I'm right here in my house, so you can just sit over there in the room, in your wheelchair, and just listen. No support, no kind of support. Never supported me. Okay, with that being said, about Sunday and Monday, I was in there talking to him, and I was telling him, I can't remember why I got on the conversation, but whenever the Lord leads me to go talk to him, I go talk to him, because I don't know what the Lord got up his sleeve. So I can't remember what happened that caused me to go in the room, and I began talking to him. And what I said to him, I said, if you don't start getting yourself together, I said, you're going to be at a place where, here goes some of it. Just throw this in right quick so that I can give you a outlook on what I'm actually getting ready to say. I went to California. I stayed with him, his parents at first. Upon me staying with his parents, I had to leave because his brother was coming home from Job Corps, the same place where we met at. The same exact place, because we were all in the same place together. Upon coming to California, going to California, I was pregnant. I got pregnant before I left Utah. So now I'm about 7 or 8 months pregnant, right? Done got thrown around here and there. He done punched me in my face, all that stuff. And now I'm home. Now, mind you, when I was in California, he treated me like a dog. He didn't take me nowhere because he was so jealous. He didn't want nobody to be around me. He didn't want no man to be around me. He didn't want none of his friends to know me. He brought about 2 or 3 females inside the house. When they came to the house that day, I had a black eye over here, and I had on shades. Sitting up in the house with shades on. His father knew off the back what happened and said to him, Tracy, you hit that girl? No, he said, why you sitting up there with shades on? Take them shades off in this house. You know I don't want to take off no shades. As soon as I brought the shades down, he looked, he said, Tracy, you don't hit that girl? And the girls was there, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. And looking at Tracy, man, you know what I would have did? I would have bust you upside the head. These are Californians, girl, saying what they were saying. So I'm sitting there and I'm so embarrassed. So I put the shades back on. He said, oh, I'm sorry. His father was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Otherwise, I would have never told you to take it off. So I had told him, I told his father, I said, if he ever do that again to me, I said, if he ever put his hands on me and hit me again like this, I said, he coming home in a box. And the girls were there, they was like, ooh, she ain't no joke, Tracy. You better watch out for her. And the father looked at and said, you ain't serious. I said, I'm telling you, if he put his hands on me again, he coming home in a box. I got to say, he never put his hands on me like that again. He did put his hands on me, but not where he balled up his fist and hit me. He never did that again. But anyway, with that being said, I was in that house, no food. He was taking care of me. He was running the street. He was on drugs. He was hanging out with his crackhead friends, messing around with a girl. And I'm in the house, pregnant. I'm now 8 months pregnant. So I used to say to him in California, I said, ooh, I said, you better watch yourself. I said, you don't know what's going to come back to you. I said, God forbid you come back to New York City. I said, and it come back on you. What? This man is gone. Now, that's what I was talking to him. I said, I guarantee you never thought that the same way you treated me in California, it's going to come back on you, but not me putting it on you. Now, his parents did not cook nothing. His mother would cook the Sunday, and that'd be the whole meal. That meal better last us until the next Sunday. They hurry up and took me. They call it the county out there. We call it the welfare. They hurry up and took me to welfare county out there to make sure I got my own money because they wasn't taking care of me. And I mean, they weren't taking care of me. They didn't give me no money. They didn't take me nowhere. I ain't go to no movies. I ain't go shopping. They didn't even take me food shopping. I had to go to the different stores, whatever I wanted, I had to buy it. His father complained one day about me drinking up all the milk. Mind you, I am pregnant. What else am I supposed to put in my system besides food to nourish my baby? And he's like, this don't make no sense. I can't keep no milk. Mind you, he ain't drinking no milk. But I knew, well, I didn't know then. But I kind of got once I got my own place, came back to New York, got my own place, we got married, all this other stuff. Then I realized that the father was complaining because his son wasn't taking care of me. And he couldn't even open up his mouth and say nothing to his son. Because I guess everybody was intimidated by his temper. So they didn't want to get him started because he probably would have killed them. Okay? So they just let him do whatever he wanted to do. However he wanted to treat me, he treated me. Okay, so moving right along, because there's a whole lot to this story. So now we get back to New York, and I'm telling him, I said, see, what goes around comes around. I said, you never thought that the Lord was going to get you. You thought you were going to come back to New York and dog me out. And in the beginning, he did. He had me so stressed out. But we ain't going to talk about that because that's a horse of another color. And that's a story for another time. Back to that day. I said, you never thought it was going to happen, right? I said, I'm sitting up there starving. Did you hear what I'm saying? Because I couldn't get to no supermarket to buy me no stuff to eat. I couldn't really go in the kitchen and cook like that because I already felt that I wasn't wanted. Once his mother found out that I was pregnant, she disowned me. Now, when I first moved there, she was all about me. She was talking to me. She was teaching me stuff, the womanly stuff. She was inviting me in the living room to watch TV with her, because she would work from 3 to 12, and her husband would work from 6 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. So what does that tell you? That tell you that the parents didn't want to be together. Because why would you get hours to be out the house from your husband or your wife? So they hardly saw each other. The only time the mother and the father saw each other is on holidays. And they didn't celebrate holidays. The mother didn't celebrate holidays because she was a Jehovah's Witness. The father celebrated because he was a Catholic. But the mother didn't celebrate Christmas. She celebrated Thanksgiving, but she celebrated New Year's. And my husband would say that she didn't celebrate Christmas, but she always wanted a gift. So I'll be sitting up there starving. Don't know what store to go to because I don't know the area. He didn't take me. I think we was like 20 minutes away from Disney World. His mother used to say, y'all need to get out. Y'all need to go out. We only 20 minutes from Disney World. I used to say to Tracy, you need to get out and take her place. But Tracy was busy running tail. Wasn't thinking about taking me nowhere. I'm pregnant now. Now, as long as I was in Utah, moving around, and God was interested in me, he was all up in my tail. But as soon as he impregnated me, he did what he wanted to do. So now he's in New York. So just the way he treated me, coming back on him. The only difference is the fighting, because I'm not fighting him. I'm fighting him in prayer. That's about it. And when the Lord tells me to say something, I go say it. Other than that, I mind my business. I say to myself. So now he reaping his reward down here, and he don't like it so much. He barely eating. You know what I'm saying? He has an appetite, but because he's addicted to prescription drugs, he can't eat the way he's supposed to eat. He lost weight. He lost a lot of weight. And he used to talk about me being skinny. Oh, he used to make, oh my God. Even when he was fine, he had no stroke and we just got married, he used to talk about my weight. When I went to California to stay with him, the first time when I was pregnant, we on the beach. What's the name of that beach? There's a important beach in California. Those of you from California know. Vienna? Something. But y'all from California, Los Angeles, California, know that important beach. And we went to that beach. And he with me and looking at the girls in all the bathing suit. And one girl passed him and he looking. And he never look at their face. He glimpse and then he go to the bottom part of their body. And he said to me one day when we was at the pool, this particular day we was at the wig. You know it's time for me to stop. He said to me this particular day we was at the beach. He said, why you can't look like that? The girl, she had nice long hair. She looked like she from Trinidad. She didn't look like she from no Brooklyn, New York. And why you can't look like that? And I was so hurt because I was young. I was about 19. Yeah, I was about 19 because I had my son when I turned 20. So I got pregnant when I was 19. So I gave birth to him March the 5th. So I was still 19. And then my birthday was March the 8th. And I was so hurt. I turned my head like this and I cried a little bit and I just wiped my face like this. Act like, and then he gonna come and put his arm around me. Come on. And that was the beginning right there. I just went like this. Not for me. And the only reason why, I'm just gonna throw this in, the only reason why I stayed in California, because my grandmother wanted me to stay there so his parents could see the baby. Because she knew once I got to New York, I was not going back to California. So, because that's why I stayed. But then after a while, God said, no, it's time for you to go. My father Ben wanted me to come back, but my grandmother wouldn't let him get the ticket. She said, no, let Sharon stay there until the baby is born, and then we'll send for her. But I got kicked out of his sister's house. I tell you, I don't want to get every time as I keep talking, more stories come. So now back to this time I had. So now me and him talking, whatever. I said, but don't worry. I said, y'all keep thinking that God don't hear me. Y'all keep thinking that God don't see y'all. Y'all keep thinking that my prayers don't mean nothing. I said, but keep going. I said, God gonna get you. I think the next day, it probably been the same day, but I can't remember. The next day, mid-afternoon or something like that, he goes outside. He goes out the doorway, right? And he can't even get outside because you know what happened? He fell. And we didn't even know. From what I heard, he was down there for 20 minutes. Nobody didn't come in the house. Nobody didn't go out the house. And there was a gentleman that we knew. And according to what he said, he was going to help him up. And he told him to go into the store. My husband told him to go to the store. So now while he at the store, he's still on the floor. And somebody else that's in the building comes in and drags him up from where he's lying up the steps to in front of our door. And then he knocks on our door. And my daughter didn't answer it. And he was out there on the floor. So now when he comes back in, we get him up. They get him up. Not me, because I suffered from that. I went and got him up one time and talking about somebody with some back pain. Oh, I thought I was going. Oh my God, from the pain, I was like, please don't pay my shirt, no mind. I was like, oh my God. So, when he came back in, the Lord brought it to me because you can guarantee you're a fat man. I wasn't even thinking about that. And so when I said to him, I said, what happened? How you fall? He said, I said, you was on your way up the steps? He said, no, I was going down the steps. I said, oh, you was going down and fell, right? So as soon as I said that, the Spirit spoke to me and brought back to me what I said to him about God, where he think that God don't hear my prayers and all this other stuff, all this foolishness he doing to me. I said, I said, and I just talked to you. And I would tell him, I said, one day God said, keep it up. God gonna get tired of your, right, that's what I said. One day, keep it up. God gonna get tired of your mess. And one day you gonna fall down there. And they gonna be taking you out the building. You ain't gonna be able to come back in the house no more. You gonna be on your way to the hospital. With that being said, now I don't want nobody thinking, personally, I don't care what nobody thinks. Y'all entitled, so I'm not going to even try to justify what I'm saying because none of y'all know what I'm going through with this man. And if you ain't married, you don't know. But if somebody experienced, I'm going to say this now, I'm going to end my video. If anybody has experienced husband abuse, please comment below, put a thumbs up or whatever, and like this video, and subscribe. And tell me you want to hear some more about me and my husband. And hold up, let me tell you this. I'm still with him. He don't touch me. He don't even say no stupid stuff like he used to. Now he just trying to impress me to get my love. When in all reality, he knows what he got to do to get my love. And that's just to treat me right. Show some kind of affection. And he don't either know how to show it or don't want to show it. There's a lot of evilness. So when people got evilness in their heart, treacherous and devious, it's hard to love. You can't love nobody with all that junk in your heart. So don't be like that. Love your wife. The Bible says, husbands, love your wives like Christ loved the church and has given his life for them. Okay, so let me give you the scripture just in case you want to read it. Okay, so that one is Ephesians 5. Let's go to the Bible. Ephesians 5. I want to check and make sure it's right. Ephesians, and that's after Galatians. Ephesians is before Galatians in the NY, in the KY, no, King James, in the KJV. It's before, it's after Galatians. My head went to sleep. I had a brain freeze. Ephesians is after Galatians and before Philippians. So it's Galatians 5. Right? Oh, Ephesians. What am I talking about? It's Ephesians 5 and 25. But I think I'll read that one. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. So you can read Ephesians 5 starting at the 22nd verse. Okay? And that will give you an outlook of what I'm doing. Not what he's doing, because he ain't doing what that scripture says do. But I'm trying my best to do, which I am. God knows. So y'all be blessed. Y'all have a blessed night. Did I tell you what day this was? Well, Wednesday. January the 12th. 2022, and it is now 11:25 p.m. I've been talking for almost 50 minutes, half an hour. Y'all have a blessed day, blessed night. Good night.